Hi, Dr. Jill Crista here. I'm now going to talk about garlic, one of my favorite herbs and cooking spices for antifungal, and it's also been shown in human studies to be antiviral. And that's real human clinical trials. So I'm going to share with you how to make my sautéed greens. In my family, we eat this probably every day, every other day at least. I was just saying to my recorder nephew that I could probably do this one in my sleep. So it's so easy, so fast. Here are the ingredients you need. Just a little salt and pepper, olive oil. I like to add pine nuts again to increase the essential fatty acids and protein content. Some kind of organic greens. And then I have here 2 cloves of organic garlic to crush. Most of the time that is enough garlic flavor. If you cook the garlic enough, it doesn't really have a really sharp extra garlic flavor, and that's a way to up the ante on your garlic. For some people 2 is too much, so just use 1. So I've already got my pot heated on a medium-high heat. You add your olive oil, and I like to use a lot, as you can tell. You add your salt, and I love salt, some cracked pepper, and your garlic. And this is 2 of them. We're just going to crush that in. You want to start the garlic before you add the greens, so it mellows out that sharp flavor of the garlic. And I'm a big fan of these garlic things that open up because we can get all the little garlic parts here. And I add a bit of water to this so that the garlic doesn't burn. Hang on one sec. And we just let that saute. Now when the garlic starts to brown up, or just at the beginning of getting brown, then you add your greens. So we're just going to wait 1 second for that to happen. This is usually when I clean up my space. So you can mix that. You add the water so the garlic doesn't burn. And if you have seen the fish video, the fish is in the oven right now, you guys, and it smells so good to have this sautéed garlic. Okay, so this will, I'm gonna, for time, move this along, but this you wanna make sure is sauteing and hot enough, probably about 3 or 4 minutes. I go ahead and just really make sure that garlic gets good and cooked before I add the greens. And there you're starting to see it steam up. The reason is that garlic flavor can get really sharp when you use this much garlic. So now we just add the greens. And if you like the sharp flavor, don't wait. So we just kind of get that water mixed in, then we add our greens. I usually go in and pick out any of the greens that don't look so dandy. They're usually on the bottom. But you know, this is great lazy cooking. I didn't have to prep any of those greens. Someone else did that for me. And then with the greens, we just wait until they get wilted on one side. It's taking a while for my pan to heat up. Oh, I forgot my pine nuts. See, this is good because you can see what to do if I goof up, how to fix it. The pine nuts I usually add when I add the garlic so that they brown up a little bit. So let's get those babies in there. I'm going to create a little hole for them so you can get them right in the grease. Smelling pretty good, guys. And then you saute this probably for another 3 or 4 minutes. This is what I do while the fish is baking, so that when the fish comes out of the oven, I have a complete meal with tons of greens and vegetables. You can just flip it over if your pan, they will run away from your spatula, so just flip those greens over. And get them on the bottom. We're getting close to the end. You see they're wilting really nice. This is a greens mix that contains chard and kale and spinach. Spinach cooks much faster than the other ones. You can see that. If you're doing spinach only, this would be done by now, and you take it off the heat. But since we have the chard in here, we gotta make sure we get it down. And voila, off the heat, you have yourself a wonderful garlicky pan of greens. antifungal, high in bioflavonoids, and protects you from viruses. That's pretty good. That's it for today.